everybody, Jamie here, Enigmatic Nomadics, and I am here on the beach of Baja Mexico with Koda and Angela, who I met a couple days ago, and we're all going to be parting company probably tomorrow, maybe in the morning or afternoon. So I wanted to take a moment and have you guys meet them. We've been hanging out and talking, and I thought that they would be very interesting for you guys to meet. So with that, here you have Koda and Angela. How's it going?
Good.
It's going
great. Good. We've been full-time on the road for 4 years now. We currently live in Iggy the house truck. It's a converted box truck that we got up in Alaska. It was originally built for the North Slopes, and I converted it into an RV. And Alaska is kind of really our only permanent thing. We go back up there every summer for work.
I was going to say, you're not of like retirement age, and what a beautiful truck. If you live on the road full time, you've got to go ahead and pay for your costs somehow. And at your age, being so young, how do you guys do that? If you don't mind me asking.
No, yeah, well, we pretty much we retire early and we retire often. So we work up in Alaska in the fishing industry. We work for Icicle Seafoods, and I manage a fish buying station.
Okay, and
yeah, so we work a lot of hours up in the summer for the fish season. It's a short season, but we work over 100-hour weeks on average. So we still make and anything in Alaska over 8 hours a day is overtime. So we make tons of overtime in a short period of time. So it's kind of fast and furious, and then we just really try to make it stretch for the rest of the year. And he does a lot of construction too. He's a carpenter.
I travel with tools typically, and I pick up construction work here and there. But we make the majority of our money in 8 to 10 weeks a year.
Okay, well, that's a great way to go. I mean, it may.
The pets.
She's getting bullied a little bit.
You're not being very nice.
I know there's a lot of people that would want to be doing the same thing, so good for you guys for being able to do this. You've got a motorcycle and is there 2 motorcycles?
No, they're
these are
electric bicycles.
Oh wow.
Yep. They're electric.
Dude, he lifts them.
Oh wow.
He just goes like this and lifts them up. They weigh like 60 pounds each, and they're made in Seattle. They're called
Rad Power
Bikes. I don't know if you can see in there, but and they're fat tires, so they're really fun. Yeah.
Go about 20 miles an hour.
We had a scooter.
On the beaches. Yeah.
We had a scooter before we bought these, but it was on its last limb, so we decided we needed something to be able to get around. And bicycles, we just never actually got them off and took them anywhere. So yeah.
And I built the rack up tall because in a rig like this, you end up backing into a lot of things. And you back over shrubbery, you back into sand dunes, you know, so up high is protected, and it swings open easily so we can access our garage down below.
So you built the frame for the bicycles.
Yep.
You bought the truck without it was just a flatbed when you bought it?
Nope, it had the box on it.
Okay.
But it was just a refrigerator box, and I cut the door in, like pretty much anything that's additional, like I built all the racks, anything that's welded, I built all that. Anything that's not just the truck and the white box, then I built it all. Yep.
Nice. Well, it came out looking absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
It reminds me of the stuff that I'll see. It looks like a turtle from the expo in Flagstaff.
Yep,
oh, yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Totally.
Mind if we take a look inside?
Yeah, come on in.
All right.
Are you being...
Tell me about the step here. You're covering a lot of ground there. Where did you get something like this?
So the steps actually, Jesus, they're, what do you think? Where did we get them, dear?
Amazon.
Is it Amazon?
Yeah, Amazon. I can't remember what brand or what, I don't know.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
I'll put a link in.
Okay.
They're
yeah, we should
really
look
nice.
it up actually, because they're the best ones I've ever seen on a rig.
Considering
like this.
what most overlanders use is a pretty simple ladder system. We started with that. It didn't really work out that well, and so we picked these guys up. They're heavy. They weigh about 80 pounds, and then I had to build these 2 racks on each side to offer the support for it. But the racks come in super handy anyway for our recycling and stuff like that, and they fold up. And disappear like that.
Nice.
Yep. Oh, sorry.
know like where the exit was over there, like one of the
I know.
There's a lot of room in here.
Yeah.
What a high ceiling too.
Yep, we have 8
So
foot
much.
lids. So it's 96 square foot. It's 12 by 8, and with an 8 foot ceiling.
Yeah, you can really tell the ceiling.
Yep, ton of room in here.
Nice. It just seems like enough room for anything. I mean, you've got what looks like about a queen size bed.
Yep, it's full size, but yeah, it's plenty for us. Well, plenty for me. She'll complain about it a little bit. Yeah, basically what we wanted,
I want a king size bed.
but we wanted a kitchen and a bedroom, and so that's what we built. You know, there's enough room for 2 to 3 people to be in here working and cooking and whatever. You know, since you're building this yourself, you don't have to have a table that origamis into another bed, and you know, you don't have to have room for 18 people to sleep, and you only need exactly what you need. And so I'm a big fan of the build it yourself, and you make it fit your size. It's not a one size fits all.
You're up in Alaska a lot. Is
Mhm.
that true? So how do you keep this warm?
So we have a Wave 3, it's an infrared propane heater,
Okay.
which works pretty great. This, and then if we're plugged in, we use an electric heater. If we're plugged into shore power, but the box is originally a freezer box made by Groom and Olson, and so it's an 1.5 inches of spray foam walls,
Oh wow.
and so it's extremely well insulated.
I would say. Let me just take a quick.
Yep.
I know everybody's gonna want to see the whole thing.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Got
we
a
like
TV.
to watch Netflix in bed.
Nice door, nice woodwork, gives it a warm feel inside. Curtains so you can close off the bed area if you want.
Nope, you stay in. There's another dog up there that I don't know.
Oh, really?
You stay inside.
And then you got your hooks over
Yeah.
here for things and your big kitchen.
Yeah, so we have a Berkey water filtration system,
Okay.
which has been probably one of the biggest game changers for us since we've been on the road, because in the States, it's not hard to get potable water. We can fill it up in, you know, most parks and even gas stations, like everywhere we go. It's really easy, but it doesn't always taste great. But we also knew we were going to be coming down here. And so instead of having to find the purificata filtration systems and stuff, or gallons of water, we decided to get one of these, and it's amazing. It filters 99.9% of any, I don't know, what do you,
No.
like,
Well, everything.
everything.
It filters out red food coloring. Like, it filters everything. So yeah, Berkey Light. Definitely.
So we've been filling our, we have 2 15-gallon water tanks under the bed, and so we just fill those up with any hose that we find, and then we can filter it for our drinking water while we're in Mexico, you know. So we got it right before we came down here, but I think and that's the Travel Light, Berkey Light. I think
Okay.
that's what it says, but a lot of them are stainless steel, and they make a couple different sizes, but they do make a smaller one, for even smaller van kind of dwellers that
travel.
they might want. If so I think the Berkey is key, having access to pure water.
Speaking of water, how do you guys typically take showers?
We have a solar shower.
Okay.
Yep.
It's outside. We can show you.
Yep.
He did copper tubing on the roof inside of a box so it heats up, and then he has it piped down right to the back bumper and spray nozzle on it, so it works pretty well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anything else in here that you'd like to point out? Maybe we'll take a look at that water deal outside.
I mean,
I don't know. One thing that we have in here that I think is pretty cool and has been just really reassuring for us is that this wasn't here before. Koda cut this hole in as well, so it's just a typical slider window in the back of the cab of the truck.
Okay.
But it gives us a entry to the cab, so I feel like it's a good safety precaution. While we're back here, we don't feel trapped if something were to happen and we wanted to leave. You know, if we felt we were parked in a sketchy place for some reason. So that's really cool. We don't use it very often, but we can fit through it. And we have a cat, so it's nice. He can hop up and, you know, join us in the cab when we're driving. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Yeah.
All right, well, let's take a look. This is great. You got a table here, and you can break that down if you want to create more space, or...
No, it's
Bar height
permanent, but it's
yeah, no, it's
bar
not.
height,
It's fixed.
There's storage under here. There's storage pretty much everywhere.
Just bins.
Yeah, we have a massive amount of storage.
And this is a step you made with
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
3/4
to
galvanized.
help
or
get up in the bed.
Yep.
Yep.
That's half-inch galvanized, isn't it?
Yeah. We have a solar controller here that we just got down in Mexico because ours that we had before that went out.
Okay.
So this is a new one. It's probably a little bit fancier than we need. But it's doing the trick, and our batteries are lasting, so that's kind of a relief that we didn't have to buy new batteries.
How many panels do you have? How many watts in
We
panels?
have 450 watts of solar.
Okay.
And we run 2 golf cart 6-volt batteries.
And what are you using that energy for?
So we run all LED lights, our cooling fans,
We have a fantastic vent.
and then just the inverter for charging
We watch
computers
TV.
and watching TV and stuff like that.
So no fridge.
Oh, no,
Yep,
actually,
yep.
we do have a truck well fridge.
Yep.
Or it's called
It's made by TruckfFridge.
TruckfFridge.
So that's
Yeah.
a low draw that's
Yep.
been designed for battery running.
Yep. What that fridge is actually made for is made by TruckfFridge, and they make them for the big rigs, like 18-wheelers, and a lot of the Westfalia guys have gone over to the TruckfFridge because they fit right into the opening
Oh, nice.
that Westy has. And I have friends who have the TruckfFridge who've had it for 20 years and no problems. So it
Yeah.
comes pretty highly recommended.
Yeah, I think they're as comparable as Dometic, which is probably maybe a little bit more popular among van dwellers. But I think that the TruckfFridge works really well for us because I kind of like having the vertical
The
layout.
side door open.
Yeah. But yeah, and
I
it's
agree.
super efficient. So
I think it's cool.
Yeah, works good.
All right,
Yeah.
let's take a look. So you've got 4-wheel drive
Yep.
with compound low if you need it.
Yep. It's a 7.3 liter turbo diesel engine, 2001. Yep, 4-wheel drive.
2001 Power Stroke. And for those watching, wondering if that Power Stroke, you hear about it, and they always say, "Well, what's the good years?" What are the good years that you want to look for if you're out looking for a truck to buy that you may want to set up this way?
Yep. So you want to go with the 7.3 liter engine. The one after that, the 6.0 was horribly bad. So 2002 and before. So 1995 to 2002.
Okay, great.
Are the best years.
Thanks. And you were saying something about it's really important to keep your oil changed because they push oil through.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. You need to stay on your maintenance on a turbo diesel, and make sure that if you buy one, make sure that it's been maintained properly and they'll last for 1 million miles.
Nice.
Hopefully.
Our bike's back here, our spare tire back here. We have a hula hoop strapped to the spare tire. We have stand-up paddle boards. So we have paddles here. We have bocce ball set. It's a little bit of a mess back here, but this is our solar shower system. Up on the roof is a box with copper tubing, and I think it's a plexiglass lid. So and he painted it all black, so it heats up pretty well.
So water comes out here, goes up to the roof, goes through the coils, and drops back down over here. And so you can mix it. There's your cold water mixer, there's your hot water mixer, and then there's your shower.
And so you don't require any pressure?
It's on the pressure side of my pump.
Okay.
that
So
we
I
use
have-
for a sink in the
have,
kitchen.
Like a typical RV type water pump.
Okay.
Has a 50 psi shut off. So as long as it's not at 50 psi, the pump's running. And so just when you trigger it, you can hear the pump running in there.
Looks like a good shower setup, nice water pressure system. What else?
So we have an inflatable and a rigid sup that we used to go with kayaks. Now we just run sups. They get us out to the islands down here and get us up on the water. Sups are great because you're up high, you can see in the water easier, you can see fish a
What
lot.
does sup mean?
Stand-up paddleboard.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And they make a great, I like to go spearfishing while I'm down here. Because they make a good spearfishing platform. I can go out there and I can see the terrain below me before I get in and pick out the good spots.
Yeah.
You've got one panel here, it looks like.
Yeah, we have one panel right there, and we have another one on the roof as well.
2 more on the roof.
Oh, 2 more.
And what kind of lights are these you using?
So up there we have the ANZO HIDs. And then those are my big lights, but I also run the Baja Design LEDs down here. And those are almost as bright as the HIDs. I love these guys with the yellow lens covers. I run them during the day as my daytime running lights. And then at night, they really help light things up.
You have a winch, it looks like?
Yep, 12,000 pound winch from X-Bull, which I have never used for myself, but it comes in handy when other people get stuck.
How long have you been living in this?
We've been in this truck for 2 years.
It'll be 2 years in August.
Do you feel like it has everything that you need the way it's set up, or do you feel like, is there anything kind of standing out to you that you would advise people that, boy, I wish if we would have done this and had this, or any change?
No, I mean, honestly, like, we wake up pretty much every morning excited about where we live.
Yeah.
And, you know, I love the looks of the really big, like, European Overlanders and the Unimogs and, you know, the Avescos and all the really big Mercedes-Benz guys, but I really appreciate having a domestic platform. Fords are everywhere, they're easy to work on, they're reliable, and you can get parts for them.
Well, thank you very much for taking a moment and letting us get to know you and your rig, and see you out there on the trail.
Awesome, man.
Thank
Thanks.
you, Jamie.
See ya.
Cheers.
No, I'm gonna just pull up. So
These two dogs are great.
my music right now. I got some Bellamy Brothers. I got some Bob Marley, some Chris Ledoux, some Damian Marley, some Garth Brooks, some Gary Jules, some George Strait,
Gary Jules, I haven't heard him in a
That
long
sounds like a good
time.
list. Are you getting big?
John Mellencamp, some John Cougar.
I have a Gary Jules song. It's
All right.
he's covering a Tears for
Yahoo?
Fears song.
Is it in a
Oh yeah, he's very good at what he does.
Dude,
Yeah, she likes them. Those are two good dogs.
Old Crow Medicine Show.
Is it in a shuffled list?
Do you like
No, but you could
government
shuffle them all.
Mule?
Haven't heard them, or don't remember.
So
if I have.
what's the guy's name? The singer and guitar player
Jamie.
was with the Allman Brothers.
Hey, Koda, I want you to hula hoop for the camera.
I'm all right. You could be better.
Oh, all right.
Oh, he said, "Oh, all right," or "I'm all right."
I think he said I'm already.
Oh,